Hey guys. Alright, so I just finished this vortex manipulator. I just finished building it. It's really cool. I'm really excited to try it out. It's like this mini time machine. I really don't know where I should go first. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh! I heard about it. I heard about this from me. Let's see. I'm wearing the right clothes? Yep, that makes sense. Alright. I guess I need to go back in time to tell myself to build this. Okay, that is cool. Alright, well. That'll be interesting, talking to myself, but obviously it worked, so here goes nothing. Hello? Hello? Oh, hello. Hi. Who are you? That's simple. I'm you. And of course you've seen this bit already. I talked to myself, convinced myself to figure out how to build a vortex manipulator, and it all worked out in the end. Are you just gonna... Yeah, I'll just... Alright. Sounds good. And in the present day, a future version of me had left a note on my chair. I would soon discover it. He also went upstairs and left a note on my bathroom mirror. Goodness, what was his problem? Okay, for you guys who didn't see that, when I was talking to my past version about this, and I left the conversation, I teleported too far into the future. I went to episode 4, I popped up in the background of episode 4 as I was recording the intro. Future version of me got really mad, I don't really know what about, but I left there as soon as possible. I really don't know what I did wrong, but... What's this? It's a note from me. Alright, it says, check your bathroom mirror. Okay, I don't know what this means, but, I gotta go. See you later. So the objective of this part is to get all of the skirt, this whole piece done. There is a problem with that. I need to get this Dalek out of my basement once it's done. And the only way to do that is to build it in pieces. This whole thing is one piece. I can lift it up. And so nothing's going to be permanently attached to this piece. That's the idea. I have to fit it through a door frame, and door frames are only so wide. I'm gonna have to, every time I want this to go through a door, I have to take the whole Dalek apart, turn this sideways, pick it up, and move it through. For that width issue, I can't build the skirt as one piece, which is a pain, but it's gotta happen. I'm gonna have to build it so that I can put it together in pieces. Pretty much everything above the skirt, every other piece is small enough that I can attach them together in chunks to make them larger and easier to move around. But the skirt I can't. It just barely fits through a normal doorway. But once you attach the spheres that the Daleks are kind of known for, then it just gets too wide. So I'm gonna have to build it in pieces that way. I don't really know how I'm gonna make them all connected, but be able to separate them at the same time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace all the panels, cut out all the panels, and then tape them together so I can get a rough idea of what the shape looks like, where I can make good seams, stuff like that. So let's get onto it. So this is what I'll be using to make the panels out of. It's called hardboard. Never really heard of it. It's a 4x8 sheet. It's 1/8 of an inch thick, and I got it for the whopping price of $9, which is great. As the first official purchase of this project, $9 is awesome. Because if I can't make all the panels out of this, which I think I can, if I can't, it's really easy and really inexpensive to go get another one. It would be perfect if I could make all the panels out of this. I don't think I will be able to because of one thing. Getting it into my van from Lowe's, I cracked it, which was a bummer, but it did show me that it's easy to cut, so that's good. I will begin tracing it and then cutting it. Sweet. So I had to measure everything and trace everything on the hardwood. I did that with a measuring tape and a Sharpie. This took me probably an hour to trace all of these lines. They're all exact down to the millimeter, which would be undone a little bit by my hand cutting, but it was no problem. It would have been really handy to have some kind of long yardstick, but it made do. It was easy, so it wasn't that big of a problem. I've stopped the video here to show you the different panels. I could fit all the panels on this one piece, which was great. I could probably make a mistake on one of the smaller panels and have the room to fit in another one to fix the problem. So that was great, the space was great. Even though this clip doesn't show it really that well, I was having a very hard time cutting the corner of the panel, which was just kind of the tip of the iceberg as to how much cutting I would have to do. So I decided to go to Lowe's and buy a cutting tool that my dad found to make the whole process a whole lot easier. So the drive to Lowe's was rather uneventful until that. So once I got the tool, I began cutting, which this video makes it look really easy to cut, but it was not. It was very difficult to cut. Every single line was hand cut. Every single piece had at least 3 edges that I needed to cut by hand. This total process took me 8 hours to complete. So this is most of one afternoon and a little bit of a second day of cutting. The time lapse makes it look really, really fast and easy to just kind of blow right through this hardboard, but it was difficult to cut. It was sweaty, it was dusty, it was tiring. I cut my hand a few times and I bruised my knuckle quite a bit. Yeah, it was not fun. After I was done with the cutting, the next day I decided to just roughly fit all these panels together. I just taped them together. I wanted to see how the panels all fit together, to see how accurate the cuts were, if I needed to trim anything, or how much filling I would have to do in between the edges. And I wanted to get a real sense of how wide it was, how long it was, because I really wanted to solve the problem with the doorway and getting it through that doorway. All in all, it turned out really well. The tape makes it look like all the panels are a bit lopsided. They're really not. Once you get all the panels lined up properly, It looks nice. It's a little uneven on the top, but that's okay. It's not as tall as I thought it would be, but it definitely gave me a sense for the width and the length, because it's a lot longer and thicker than I thought it would be. So to finish things off, I decided to cut out a piece that would perfectly fit the top edges of the skirt. I wanted to get that as one solid piece to get an idea as to what the top shape would really look like, because the pieces, while they were taped together, they just kind of formed this natural shape and kind of sagged, and so there was no tension holding them into place, keeping in mind that I wanted to eventually cut them into pieces, into solid pieces, so that I could get them through the doorway. However, while I was doing that, I got this little bit of eureka moment, and I thought to myself, wait a minute, I wonder if I can actually get this through a doorway in one piece. So, I did some measurements, and I found out that I could. Alright, remember me saying that I needed to build this Dalek in pieces so I could fit it in the doorway? Well, that is true, but not for this piece, not anymore. I just had a little revelation moment. This piece, if it was like one solid piece, which it's not, it's rather flexible right now, but if it was one solid piece, is too wide to fit through a doorway. However, according to the Dalek plans and to my measurements, it is only 68 centimeters tall. The doorway that I have to get it through is 74 centimeters wide, which means I can make this a solid piece, flip it 90 degrees, and just slide it right through the doorway. Makes me so happy. So, that's going to finish the building for this episode. I still have to figure out how to get it all as one solid piece that will hold a shape. So yeah, looking forward to it. Alright, see ya. Oh, that was weird. I gave this document to the me from the next episode. I don't know. Tell me if this is weird or not. It had my signature on it from 2 weeks ago. I don't really remember signing it, but I kind of do. It's weird. It's like fuzzy. I don't know. I hope this all gets sorted out in the next episode. So this is driving me nuts. Yeah. Anyway, next episode I plan on finishing the skirt, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with these videos and the other stuff I'm producing. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. See you guys next time.